LG may have just released the G2, but it doesn't seem content to stand still. Like Samsung, LG is always experimenting, and the G Flex is the latest creation to spring from its labs. The G Flex is LG's biggest phone yet, with a 6-inch screen that's curved and a few other little tricks. But can a lot of small gimmicks add up to make a good phone? We've been testing the G Flex for the last few days to find out. If you buy A or its other gigantic contemporaries like the HTC One Max, you're putting up with their enormity for the sake of some screen real estate. They aren't all that comfortable to hold. They're like giant tiles, big, square, and flat. I've never made the leap to a phablet-sized phone. They're just too big for me. But after using the G Flex, I may have found a phone that manages its size well. The G Flex is the most comfortable phablet I've ever held, thanks to the curved screen, which bends top to bottom like a banana, and LG's button placement. The G Flex is the most comfortable phablet I've ever held. The curve of the screen is subtle and the overall design feels a lot like a bigger, better Galaxy Nexus. Remember that phone? Like the G Flex, it supposedly had a curved, not that you could tell, OLED screen with a peculiarity to it. That's where the similarities end, though. As we'll discuss later, the G Flex has the battery life of 2 or 3 Galaxy Nexuses. So why is it comfortable? Believe it or not, that small curve helps. Instead of your hand molding around a rigid brick, the G Flex bends with it. It's far more comfortable to hold to your face and take calls than an. Like the LG G2, the power and volume buttons on the G Flex are on its back, directly in the center. Every other phone you'll use has volume and power buttons on the sides. LG's decision to move these buttons will jar you at first, but it makes life with a giant 6-inch phone far easier. It's more of a stretch than on the G2, but thanks to the power and volume button placement, you can press them while also reaching the navigation buttons. Home, back, menu, quote,